Welcome back to So You Think You Can Fanon. I'm your host, Greg Chudley.
Hey, Greg Chudley.
Who am I here with today? Who's here?
We're here with Roxas. My profession is hunter.
Oh, that's interesting. What do you hunt?
Um,
Is it dat poontang?
no, I hunt deer.
Oh, dude, venison is good, bro.
Is venison
Venison
good?
is very good.
Venison is
I
good.
didn't
It's
know.
really juicy. Good for
Juicy.
steaks. Anyways, who's the other person? Who is this other voice that I'm hearing?
It's me, Equinox. And if we're going by professions, I'm apparently a doodle.
You are a doodle.
Yeah, I'm a
which-
flat 2D object.
Are you the autumn equinox or the spring equinox?
Yes.
Are you the Chevy Equinox?
No, I'm definitely not that.
I'm sorry.
I'm very much both the spring and autumn equinox.
Anyways, I do
So-
believe it is Mr. Hunter's week.
Yes,
Is
it
this
is
true?
Mr. the Hunter's
Mr.
week.
D.
And
Hunter. Is the your middle name?
yes,
Cool. Awesome. I love that.
yes.
Nice to more.
I'd also like to point out, being that if Chain of Memories is my thing and the SCP idea was also my thing, that I have taken up the month with my shenanigans.
Well, it's a new month.
Welcome to
It's a new
Sergio
month.
month.
Yeah, it's a new month. We're kickstarting something big here. We're doing this. And
Every October is Sergio month.
yeah. I should also not clarify, I guess I should say that because of the current timing of this, make sure to respect other people's opinions and treat them as if they were just your friends, you know?
I voted
don't-
for Obama.
That's great, dear.
I
I'm
voted
just-
for Joe Jorgensen.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter who you vote for, just make sure you respect them and treat them as friends, because at the end of the day, we're all buddies here.
No,
Sorta.
not actually. I'm gonna suplex you after this podcast.
God damn it.
You
Unless
better
you're,
watch
unless
out,
you're
Michael.
European. Fuck Europe.
Why? No, our audience could be European.
Ah, I take it
They
back.
could be driving on the wrong side of the road and using this certain metric system. Like weirdos.
Being that I'm a science student, I use the metric system on a daily basis.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah, we don't do things in Imperial.
Why can't you just be like DeviantArt and talk about feet?
I'm sorry.
Regardless. What's on the agenda today, Sergio?
So, I've decided to. 'Cause I don't know the demographics of what we cover from the top of my head, but I decided to do specifically a crossover, because we all love crossovers, from two franchises that we haven't covered yet.
Yeah?
What I have for us is called Paper Jimmy Neutron, The 1,000-Year Door.
Boy genius?
Boy genius.
Big ass head?
Yep.
Who's
Funny
supposed to be
looking
named
hair?
Johnny Quasar or something?
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He had a weird ass head.
To give you a description, when Mario gets distracted by an urgent letter, it is up to Jimmy Neutron and his two best friends to help find the 7 crystal stars and uncover the mystery behind the 1,000-Year Door. Along the way, they'll invent new things and meet 7 new friends who will help them along the way.
I should probably state that before this. 1, I haven't played Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. And 2, I didn't grow up with Jimmy Neutron.
Well, I've only played I got 4 hours into the 1,000-Year Door.
I'm disappointed in both of you.
It's on my to-do list, it's just I don't really have a lot of time to sink into an RPG.
You're on my to-do list.
It's
Oh.
on my to-do list as well, but I just got out of my emulator phase because I just have too many real games. I don't not saying they're real, but games that I like own.
Physically owned games,
Yes.
yeah. That's why I purchased an R4 card so I could play DS games I missed out on an actual DS.
Project Melody got banned off of Twitch.
No. Project Melody, the
The
cam
hentai
girl.
VTuber?
Yeah.
Oh man.
She's not a cam girl because she's not real.
She can't be a cam girl.
Cam VTuber.
You know what? In the
Cam
comments, let us know. Would Project Melody be a cam girl? even if she's not real.
But doesn't her show up on like the cam girl websites?
It
I
shows
think
up
so?
on Chatterbait, but she also is a Twitch streamer. Like she just like plays games on Twitch.
Yeah, she's just like overly horny, and that's kind of her entire gimmick. But you can't. What? So Twitch is just not gonna ban Pokimane because she showed her feet like once?
it's copyright stuff.
Oh, it's copyright stuff. What?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
This guy owns the copyright to her model, or something, and it's trying to claim ownership of the IP of like Project Melody, and she
that's not
obviously
cool.
she owns it because
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
she. For fuck's sake, did she pay for the model?
yeah,
Do you know?
I think
Okay.
so.
Well,
I think if I remember
the
correctly,
model
it
is
said-
original.
Somebody made it for her though.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody made it for her. All right, here's the rule. As an artist, when you commission somebody, as soon as the art is finished and you give it to that person, it is no longer your work. They own the piece. So if she paid for the model or somebody gifted her the model, it's no longer theirs. It's under her, intellectual property.
Does that mean I own that Sandy Cheeks giantess feet porn that I commissioned from you?
What?
No, you didn't. You did not commission
I didn't
that.
commission that. I would like to go on record and state that was a joke, please.
See, I don't know what I'll call this. It may have a name, but we'll just call it the we'll call it artist envy. It's where like let's say it's like I make a hammer and I give it to Jacob and it's like, all right, Jacob, here's your hammer, and you're like, all right, Sergio, give me $5. Then you use the hammer to make something and you sell it for like $100,000, and I go, what? Excuse me? What?
Yeah.
You made that with my hammer?
While you
Why
were
don't I
saying-
get 95% of all the profit?
While you were saying that, the puppy came in with a bone in his mouth that was too big for him, so his head was like bouncing up and down because he was
Oh
having
my
trouble
God.
carrying.
That's
the
a good
bone.
baby. All right, so but regardless, yeah, artist
Yeah.
envy. That is something that's very true. That's why I don't do adopts.
Or the fuck you, I bought this clause is another good way for it. To describe it.
Yeah, I think the best way I can describe it personally is if your parents gave you like your phone, or they gave you like a shirt, like it's your shirt because they gave it to you, and then out of nowhere they're just like, no, I'm taking your shirt away. Like, no, you can't do that. That's my shirt. You gave me the shirt. I guess it'd be weird if they're taking your shirt away, but it's the best I can do because
all right.
Yeah, that's. I mean, regardless, that's why I don't do adopts, because if someone gets a character design and they just get like really fucking popular, then it doesn't matter if you designed the character; it's theirs. They own it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, for this fanfiction, we need, of course, narrator. I would like to be the narrator, but we need
Okay.
a Jimmy. We need a Jimmy. We need a Carl and a Sheen.
Can I be
I'll do-
Carl?
Damn it, I'll be Jimmy.
I guess
like
that makes
Carl.
me Sheen.
Yeah, you get to be Shane.
Alright. So let us
Favorite
begin.
character.
Bolded, underlined text. Paper Jimmy Neutron.
Excuse me, that's
What?
italicized as well.
Yeah,
Also
it's italicized, bold, and underlined.
Okay.
Wow, sir,
Paper
yeah.
Jimmy
Jesus
Neutron,
Christ.
The Thousand Years Door. Italicized, underlined text. Chapter 1, a rogue welcome.
You forgot the bolding this time!
There's no bolding on it.
Okay,
Chapter 1, a
touche.
rogue welcome is not
Touche.
bolded.
I thought you were repeating it for the title again.
All right. Chapter 1. Sorry, I already read that. Author's note, : I am extremely surprised nobody has done this yet. Yeah, me too, buddy. Anyway, this
not.
fan...
Yeah.
I guess doing the rule of crossovers that every single crossover has been done, and if it hasn't, it will be.
It's like Rule 34.
Anyway,
If
this
it
fanfic has a
exists.
very interesting story. I hope so. I read this one Ed Nettie and the Thousand Year Door fanfiction by Legend of Zelda Rocks. Shout out to Legend of Zelda Rocks, I guess. And got inspired to write my own TTYD fanfic. I tried coming up with a few ideas, but I didn't really like any of them. However, when I found out that Nickelodeon had rejected a proposal for a season 4 of Jimmy Neutron, I was very disappointed. I eventually decided that I want to write a Jimmy Neutron crossover. I found that Jimmy Neutron fit the pace of TTYD, and the characters fit well together. I can't refute or accept that.
Yeah, I guess I can't really argue against it, but like, that's like someone telling me like, fucking using a bidet feels really good. Like, sure. I've never used a bidet, so I can't argue against it. But that's not gonna change the fact that I'm very concerned.
It would be like somebody who doesn't play fucking Soul Bad Guy saying, "Man, I really would want to have a dragon install. I wish I had dragon install." And they're not playing Soul Bad Guy, the only character who has dragon install.
Yes. Those words.
Sorry, I really liked Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I know. I noticed.
It actually took a while to figure out how Jimmy, Carl, and Sheen got to Rogueport. I came up with several iterations of the intro before settling on what you see in the story. In other words, it took a while to make an intro that worked. Disclaimer, I do not own Jimmy Neutron or Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. If I owned Jimmy Neutron, we'd still be having new episodes today. Oh dang, I really wish
Is Jimmy Neutron that big? Who would have gesunked?
I mean, Jimmy Neutron's pretty big.
I mean...
I was too young to know if it was big.
It got a movie.
I was aware of it, but
Wait,
I
what
only...
came first, the movie or the show?
The movie came first.
Yeah, I was like... Because the only time I actually sat down and watched Jimmy Neutron was the Jimmy Neutron movie, and that was because we had a blackout or something. No, not blackout. It was just really fucking rainy outside, and they're like, "Hey, instead of going outside because it's really rainy, let's sit in the library and watch Jimmy Neutron." And I was like, I mean, okay.
I love the movie so much. It's great.
It's been a long time since I've seen Jimmy Neutron in any way, shape, or form.
That's fair.
The only memory that I have of Jimmy Neutron aside from the movie is the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
They're okay.
Yeah.
It was It was a warm summer day. The weather was clear, and the sun was shining in the bright blue sky. Just yesterday, Jimmy Neutron and his best friends Carl Weezer and Sheen Estevez had graduated Lindbergh Elementary. So now that the summer's here, what do you guys want to do?
That's me!
Oh, sorry.
You're grounded. I'm sorry, that came out aggressive, Sergio. Will you forgive me?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that summer's here, what do you guys want to do?
Jimmy asked as he and his best friends Carl and Sheen walked down the sidewalk.
Maybe we could go on a trip to South America to see some llamas,
said Carl.
Already did that during spring break.
Let's go see the new Ultra Lord movie, exclaimed Sheen.
We already saw it last Saturday when it opened,
said Jimmy.
And last Sunday as well. Movies open on Thursdays.
Yeah, they usually
Then
tend
if
to
we
open
already
on
did those, what will we do? Jimmy thought for a moment.
Maybe we could hunt for some lost treasure.
By some contrived coincidence, a letter floated down in front of them. And now the adventure begins, Sheen told Carl. Some odd letter comes out of nowhere. I mean, what are the odds of that?
Jimmy,
Carl said apprehensively.
I really don't like the sound of this.
I really like the dichotomy of Carl speaking and the word apprehensively. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jimmy picked up the letter, looked at the address of the envelope. It was for Princess Peach, and it was addressed to Mario on 85 Nintendo Street, P.O. Box 1889 in the Mushroom Kingdom. Nope, definitely not meant for anybody in Retroville.
Hey, wait a minute.
Jimmy said when he was looking at the address.
This isn't addressed to us.
Maybe we should return it to whoever it was addressed to,
suggested Carl while she grabbed the letter from Jimmy and scanned the address. These are fictional characters, Carl, said Sheen.
Says the boy who claims Ultra Lord created the entire planet.
Dude, that's such a based theory. Ultra Lord God? Oh my god, I'm tangled.
Ultra Lord, more like Ultra God.
Don't bite the cord! No!
Uh-oh, we have puppy problems.
Ah! Okay, we're good.
Okay. Carl then noticed a perfume smell coming from the letter and let out a sneeze.
Achoo! I'm allergic to perfume.
You're allergic to every single thing, Carl. I wouldn't be surprised if you were allergic to Ultralord.
You know, since this physical letter somehow managed to make it into our hands, said Jimmy, either Mario is real or some other genius out there could have recreated these fictional characters by assembling them from carbon and H2O, or this is simply a joke somebody pulled.
Or maybe they were taken out of the video game, just like the reverse we had that one time we put ourselves in Ultralord versus RoboFiend. Sheen suggested.
That happen?
Yeah, that happened.
Okay.
I mean, you could literally just say, like, anything happened to Jimmy Neutron, and I would just nod my head and go, yeah, that makes sense.
I specifically remember that episode. That's why.
Like, you could specifically tell me that Carl took a mean shit and then kidnapped Jimmy's mom for, like, personal gain.
Jimmy, I fucked your mom. You're about to have a brother. I fucked your mom, shit lips.
Anyways.
Oh man, that was one of the best adventures we've ever had.
You know what? It's worth a try to find this Mario to the lab.
Jimmy Neutron transition effect. When they got into the lab, Jimmy put the letter under his lab computer scanner.
Sorry, you're gonna hear background noise on my recording. The puppy's playing with a Gatorade bottle.
A fat Italian plumber with brown hair, a black mustache, a red hat with a matching shirt, blue overalls appeared on the screen. They immediately realized that Mario was indeed real.
Well,
Jimmy
that's
put the letter
straightforward.
on his workbench, where he started furiously pounding keys to figure out how to get to the recipient's place. Hey, Carl, you want to peek inside this envelope? She asked Carl.
I'm not sure. Would this Mario like if we opened it?
Carl replied.
Sheen, Carl, no. That might contain some very confidential information.
Jimmy said, turning to the two. Don't worry, Jimmy. Mario won't mind. Sheen opened the letter up anyway. It read, "Who would like to be Princess Peach?"
Dear pesky plumbers, the princess is now a permanent guest in one of our... Who wants to read the letter in a Princess Peach voice? Can I do the Princess Peach voice?
As long as it sounds like Bowser.
No. Hello there, Mario brothers.
Oh my
I am
God.
now on holiday, traveling in the Mushroom Kingdom. In my travels, I came into possession of a physical map, a treasure map, really. It
No
was
way.
sold in a box to me by an old merchant in a town called Rogueport. But
What?
since it would be too difficult to go and find treasure all by myself, because I'm a feeble woman... That's not in there. I just like to imagine that Princess Peach is, like, one of those, like, self-sexist individuals. Because she's like, I'm royalty. I thought you could help me hunt for it. You will, of course, won't you? I've included the map with this letter, so please bring it with you when you come. I'll meet you at Rogueport. In other words, you must come. Princess Toadstool Peach.
"There's a map in this envelope. That's so cool!" Sheen exclaimed as he pulled the map out of the envelope. The map looked very aged and weathered. "Look at it, Carl. Maybe we'll be on a treasure hunt." He handed the map to Carl.
Sheen, thank you burst your bubble. But there's no treasure mark on the map.
Replied Carl. "Or maybe it's marked in invisible ink. So if we hold it up to the light and reveal the treasure like I saw in all those detective movies, surely Jimmy has a light somewhere."
I hope you guys are done snooping through the highly confidential contents of the envelope.
Jimmy interrupted.
Because I finally pinpointed the coordinates of the recipient's house. According to my calculations, it will take too long to go by hover car, so I'll create a portal to get there with my Rick and Morty portal gun. I'll also create a remote to return us home, just in case we have to come back, also using my Rick and Morty portal gun.
Who would like to play a Koopa Troopa?
I want to play Mario.
I will be the Koopa Troopa then.
Sorry, Mario.
Said the turtle-esque mailman, a paratroopa.
I lost your letter on the way here.
He was sitting on Mario's doorstep with Mario and his other friends. Among his other friends were a brown mushroom, a Goomba, with a blue cap, a pink bomb, a Bob-Omb, with a braided ponytail for a fuse, a green ghost, a Boo, with ribbons, a purple fish, a Cheep Cheep, with orange and white fins, a yellow spark of energy, a little Sparky, with a pacifier, another turtle-like creature, a Koopa with a blue shell and a red scarf, yet another turtle, a Lakitu, riding a... I hate this sentence. I really do. Riding in a cloud.
Why doesn't he just name the fucking... They're just the party members from Paper Mario 64. Anyways, it's alright, Paracary. That's the wrong voice. Hold on. Ugh. That's alright, Paracary,
said Mario, comforting his friend.
You've been doing better lately. This is just a one-time mess-up after all.
Soon Jimmy and his friends appeared out of a strange wormhole with Peach's letter. Mario and 8 friends gazed upon it in surprise and awe.
I don't assume you lost this letter.
Man, Jimmy and Mario have the same voice.
Smoking.
Jimmy asked, holding out the letter.
The letter!
Paracary gasped.
Thank you very much,
Jimmy Neutron. Oh, sorry.
It's a pleasure to help. I'm gonna go shut my door now that my mom's home and I don't have to worry about the dog.
Jimmy shook Mario's hand and Paracary's hand before giving the letter to them. He and his best friends watched as Mario read the letter out loud. When he was done reading it, he reached into the envelope, but the map wasn't there. I'll wait for Jake to get back. I also need to... I keep doing this thing where I fiddle with one of the screws on the side of my desktop, and then I just unscrew it. I don't know why I keep messing with it, but I just keep screwing and unscrewing it until I just screw too much and it pops off.
I'm back.
Man.
It's your line at say.
Say, where's the map the princess mentioned?
Mario asked. The rest of his friends eyed Paracary while Jimmy turned to Carl and Sheen.
Carl, Sheen, hand over the map.
He demanded.
We don't have it.
Replied Carl.
Then explain this. He's just Jerry Seinfeld at this point.
Jimmy yanked the map out of Carl's grasp.
Jerry and Neutron. Boy comedian.
Alright, on 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. The map!
The map! We can just sync it up in post. It's okay.
Nah.
Everyone gasped as Jimmy handed the map to Mario.
Fascinating.
Mario said as he took a close look at the map. He looked up at the 3 boys.
Say, since you 3 found the letter, would you like... I don't like this sentence. Say, since you 3 found the letter, would you 3 like to come with me on my adventure?
Yes, please.
Sheen, what if he's a
Faker!
You're the fake hedgehog around here.
Well,
I'll make you eat those words!
Well, who wouldn't want to come with him if they knew he was real?
Carl, Sheen,
Said Jimmy.
it's time to head home.
No way, Jimmy. This could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's not as great as meeting Ultra Lord or Link would be. But it's better than nothing.
Alright, fine.
Who would like to be Luigi?
I will be Luigi.
Mario, are you sure we should take these boys along with us?
Asked Luigi, stepping outside before the green boo scared him from behind. Luigi immediately pulled out his Poltergeist 3000 out of fright.
That's racist.
Come on, Luigi.
Said Mario.
You got to have all the fun you can while you're still young.
Okay, I guess he's not a
I'm
faker.
35. I'm not young. I've got 2 kids.
I got 2 kids, Mario!
Continue, Carl.
Okay, I guess he's not a faker. If he has Luigi with him.
Luigi.
Said Carl.
Oh, said Carl.
Gosh.
Alright,
Said Luigi.
but we're gonna have to keep an eye out for them. Their parents wouldn't be happy if they got hurt.
They don't have parents. We'll give you 15 minutes to get ready.
Said Mario.
Then we'll have lunch before we head to Rogueport.
Jimmy, Carl, and Sheen went back to Retroville to get their things. Jimmy packed his tools, pencils, notepad, and blueprint paper. Carl packed his inhaler and meds, and Sheen packed his Ultralord mask and recipe book. They put their belongings in Jimmy's hypercube. Each
His
of the
Rick and
boys
Morty
brought...
hypercube.
What's the hypercube?
I don't
It's
know.
basically a bag of holding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Each of the boys brought about $10, as well as their favorite toys with them. Jimmy brought an Einstein action figure. Carl brought his llama figure. Of course, Sheen brought his Ultralord action figure. They also packed a few board games to play when they were bored. Unfortunately, Jimmy's mom, Judy, was out walking Goddard, so they couldn't take him with them if they wanted to leave with Mario.
Why do you have to walk a robot dog?
The dude just wants to walk.
It also meant that Jimmy could not say goodbye to his mom before he left. On the other hand, Carl and she did get to say goodbye to their parents. What about Jimmy's dad?
Hey, Jimbo, I heard you're going to Rogueport.
Once they were done packing, they noticed that they only had 1 minute left. They rushed to Jimmy's lab and headed through the portal, but they forgot the remote in their haste.
Wait, what if Jimmy's dad is actually like an evil, like the main villain of this? Like he's teamed up with the evil bad guys of the Thousand Year Door, and like they come in and go, oh, Jimmy's dad,
Hey,
and then
Jimbo.
Jimmy's dad turns around. Yeah,
Hey, Jimbo, I'm gonna send you to the Shadow Realm.
Alrighty, is everybody all set?
1 second. Let's get back over to my computer. Yeah! Everyone else exclaimed.
Great, let's go.
Mario jumped up.
To the Toad Town Harbor, but first.
On their way to the harbor, Mario introduced his friends to the three boys and treated them to a nice pizza lunch cooked by Taste Tea.
That's true.
The town's cook. After that, he got the boys' dollars converted into coins. A coin was worth about 2 quarters. So they each
That's
got 20
so
coins.
bad. They're golden coins. What the fuck happened to the economy in the Mushroom Kingdom?
The
economy's fucked, Luigi.
Maybe it's like you ever read a history class about how Mansa Musa went around Africa just giving everybody gold and devalued the economy for 30 years?
That's what Mario does. They're like, oh, 5 coins for a fucking room, and he's like,
Hey,
oh,
Mario.
alrighty, and then he goes 70 fucking times.
Mario, what the fuck is happening with the stock market, Mario?
The economy's shot,
I
Luigi.
crushed it, Luigi. I crushed it like I crushed a Goomba last week.
Mario, what the fuck?
Princess Peach
My
has been literally
401k.
filthy rich.
My 401k, Mario.
Who would like to play the Goomba?
Goombario, thank you.
Mario.
That's his
What do
name.
Goombas sound like? I don't think I've heard one talk.
Goombario is a child, so just a child voice, I guess.
Uh,
All right, Sergio, you're the child.
Sergio, you are the young. No, Michael's the youngest here. Yeah, Michael,
I am
you're the
the
child, you motherfucker.
Fuck. All right, I guess I'll be Goomb.
Goombario.
Gee, Toad Town seems more peaceful since we last beat
Why is he
Bowser.
also from
the
Brooklyn?
the Goomba with
They're all from Brooklyn.
the blue cap said as they walked into the harbor.
Sergio, would you like to be Bo? Bow?
Sure.
Bo?
Well, if they have anybody to thank, it has to be us. Grinned the green boo.
Oh, Bo, you and your snobby ways.
Said the pink bub-bomb.
Come on, come on.
Mario told the two.
We don't want another argument going on again.
It's really hard for the racist looking Asian Cheep to not have a racist looking Japanese voice.
Okay.
So who wants to be Cheep? Who wants to be Sushi?
I can just use my Nemoidian impression.
Uh-oh.
Sergio. This is an
It's
outrage.
It's best not to sour the mood, added the purple Cheep. We've got 3 boys going with us on an exciting adventure. We wouldn't want to kill their joy now, would we? Soon they got to the docks, where a small boat was about to arrive.
I hate the fucking scene from episode 2 where the fucking Nemoidians are like in council. They're like, "This is an outrage." And then in episode 3, the racist Asian accent is mysteriously gone.
Who would have guessed?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
Now there are 2 of them.
Lord Sidious. Alright,
Well,
Luigi,
looks like we're here.
said Luigi.
Come on, not scare me when we're on our way.
Who wants to be
Why,
captain?
hello there, Mario. The captain of the ship said when he arrived. Princess Peach told me you were going on a trip to Rogueport to meet her. No?
Why, of course. I'm ready to go when you...
This isn't even a Jimmy Neutron story anymore.
Well then, we're off. A few hours and some rough weather later, all 13 of the passengers were fast asleep when the captain called them. Alright, everybody, it's time to wake up, he called. The town of Rogueport is straight ahead of us. Look. We're here now? Exclaimed Sheen. He was the first to wake up, which was a surprise considering his hyperactive nature. Oh, cool!
Loogie.
Now, gradually, one by one, everyone else
except Mario woke up.
Luigi.
Hey,
now.
bro,
Said Luigi.
it's Rogueport.
What?
Mario asked when his brother woke him up. We'll arrive shortly, said the captain. Please, prepare to disembark. Minutes later, they arrived at the Rogueport docks. The captain apologized for the delay from the rough weather and wished them a good trip before he departed.
I will be Toadsworth.
You gotta get a lore accurate Toadsworth voice, please. Please watch every cutscene in Super Mario Sunshine right now, and then reconvene in 5 minutes.
Oh, Master Mario. Who are these fine chaps you have with you?
An aged humanoid with a mushroom cap, a toad.
Why is
approached
that
the
one
gang.
not in parentheses, but the rest of them are?
I don't know.
Mario?
Hey, Toadsworth, this is Jimmy.
Mario explained to the toad.
This is his best friends, Carl and Sheen.
Greetings.
Jimmy.
Sorry.
Greetings, Carl. Greetings, Sheen.
Toadsworth said, shaking the hands of the three boys.
You sound like Dr. Coomer.
Well, Gordon,
Well, Gordon.
what brings you jolly chaps here?
Mario explained everything that happened that led them here.
Princess Peach sent you a letter and a treasure map. Oh, I just remembered. She told me to wait for you here before she went to take a stroll through this wretched Thistleburg. And when she didn't come back, I started fearing for her safety. Typical Toadsworth.
Luigi told the kids.
But now that you're here, Mario,
Toadsworth continued.
Toadsworth
I am
continued.
very sure we'll be able to find her. But alas, I know my place, Master
Yeah, you
Mario,
fucking
and I
bitch.
cannot come with you. It's all up to you, sir.
Yeah, I know my place. I'm a little cock whore, Mario. I can't go.
You stop. Don't call Toadsworth a cock whore.
Why do you think he hasn't come back since fucking 2001?
Oh no, I don't like
Me?
this lore.
Mario asked.
The three boys were fast asleep.
Yes, you've rescued her countless times before. Surely you're up to the task again.
They like standing and sleeping.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Now, if you need me, I will be at the inn relaxing with a spot of tea, perhaps. Just drop on in. Oh.
I don't get it.
Mario tapped the three boys on the shoulder to wake them up. They went up the stairs into the town square.
Mario and I will be following Toadsworth. You guys can walk around the town if you'd like.
Yes, you children go walk around this shady town.
Toadsworth headed to a hotel-esque building. Oh, sorry. Jimmy told his friends when they got there.
I skipped that on accident.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Alright, Toadsworth headed to a hotel-esque building. The words above the door said bold words, Podlease Place. When they got inside, they could hear an odd sailor named Flavio was chanting to a
God.
red
He's
skull-shaped gem of some
He's
sort.
here.
Jimmy
He's
rolled his
here.
eyes at him before he and Mario continued to follow Toadsworth.
Oh God, he's here. It's Flavio, the man who breaks the speedrun, the legend himself. Anyways, Carl, Charles.
So, yeah.
Jimmy, it's terrible. Your bandit robbed me while Sheen and I were walking.
Carl cried.
Carl cried, running into the building.
It's called Rogueport. What did you expect?
Wow,
Replied.
Jimmy.
What an asshole.
replied Jimmy as they continued following Mario and Toadsworth.
And what happened to Sheen?
Yeah, about that.
Sheen is committing murder.
Hey, you! Called Sheen as he chased the bandit. Come back with my friend's money.
You aren't catching me, sucker.
She chased the bandit to the back alley where it lived. The door was
Mike
immediately
Wazowski.
locked.
Mike Wazowski.
The door was immediately locked before she could reach it. She kicked the door until the bandit finally cracked.
All right, I'll give you your friend's money back if you stop kicking my door.
He snapped. Gee, that was easy, said she, and all I have to do is to get pilfered items back is to keep the thief's door until the door slammed on Sheen's hand.
Ouch.
Oh no. Ouchie oofy.
So what's your rate?
Jimmy asked the toad in charge of the inn upstairs.
5 coins per person for 1 night.
Smiled the toad in charge of the inn.
5 times 13, that's 65 coins.
Like Scoot.
Wow, did you do that all in your head?
Well, I am a boy genius.
I'll pay,
I'll pay
60
of the
sorry.
coin.
That's me. I'll
Mario offered.
throw hands.
I'll pay 60 of the coins for myself, my brother, and our friends.
And I'll... What?
What?
I'll
That's
pay
not how the math
15.
works.
Yeah, boy genius, you fucking moron. You're paying too much. You're getting scammed. I'll pay the 15 for myself and my 2 friends.
No, that's 15.
No, 65, and
Oh,
Mario pays
yeah.
60 and 15.
Thank you.
Hello? Jimmy? Carl? Where are you guys anyway? Sheen called after he confronted the bandit. He started looking for his best friends. He ran to somebody searching for something right outside her house. Hey,
Who wants to
you!
be-
Don't move! The house owners yelled. Her name was Zesty, and she was a very grumpy toad with an
I
apron.
like how the entire time the Paper Mario 1 party members were on screen, we never got... they were never referred to by their names, but we just now meet Zesty. And it's just like her name is Zesty.
Why not? Asked dumbfounded Sheen. Some doofus just bumped into me and made me lose a contact lens. Now don't you move while I look for it. Okay, Sheen waited a few minutes before he said something. Can I move now? No!
Hey, there's Sheen.
Carl pointed to Sheen as soon as he and Jimmy left the inn to find him. Hey guys, Sheen called. He ran to them, actually stepping on Zesty's contacts in the process. I got Carl's money back.
That's just something that happens in the game.
Yeah.
You did?
Carl gasped. Yeah, all I had to do was heckle the thief until he broke down. The 3 boys went back
I just
to
had
the
to
inn.
commit a mental attack against somebody. I had to
three boys
mentally
went-
scar somebody.
I shot him
Just-
7 times.
Stabbed him 17 times in the chest.
They went back to the inn while Zesty clenched her fists at Sheen. After dinner, Jimmy, Carl, and Sheen were in their room with Toadsworth, while Mario and Luigi and their friends hung out at Podley's soda bar downstairs.
Jim, what are you working on?
Carl asked his best friend.
Carl
It's
asked
a
his best friend.
self-defense device I call the Neutron phaser. Rogueport, being a wretched hive of scum and villainy, is a dangerous place with all the criminals running around, so I invented this place to protect us. This to protect us. I can't fucking read.
Isn't this dangerous?
Jimmy invented a gun, and he's going to shoot the criminals.
I'm packing heat!
I'm packing heat. Don't fuck with me. I'm a boy genius. I can do the math I need to shoot you from any distance.
I'll ricochet this bullet to end up in your fucking rectum!
Revolver Ocelot, but Jimmy Neutron.
Boy genius.
It's strong enough to keep us safe, but not enough to kill. Plus, it's a safety switch, so it won't work unless you pull it down. Still, it's not a toy.
Hey, cool, a wooden hammer.
Gee, don't touch that.
She
You'll
put
hurt
him on his
somebody
hammer.
when,
A letter from Mario, a voice called. It's from the Trouble Center. A crow-esque creature or a craw named Gus walked over to Mario and handed him the letter. The letter was from Princess Daisy in Sarasaland. However, it didn't say who it was addressed to. Maybe Gus assumed it was for Mario.
Crikey. So soon?
Mario asked.
Why would Mario would never say crikey? He's from Brooklyn.
No, he's Australian now.
Luigi, take a look at the letter inside.
He handed the letter to Luigi.
Something isn't right here, but I know it's definitely Daisy's handwriting.
Said Luigi, look at the letter.
Oh no, she's been kidnapped.
Ruh-roh.
If she's been kidnapped, we'd better do something.
But what are we gonna do with the map?
That's a good question. Well, I'm worried about the boys' safety. They seem to be excited and able to handle things on their own.
I'm gonna give this dangerous journey to the 3 10-year-olds that we brought along without parental permission to a dangerous, criminal-infested town where they got robbed in the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
Mario walked up to their in room.
Children,
Mario addressed the 3 boys.
how would you 3 like to take our place in this treasure hunt?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of pressure.
Carl began. We're in!
We're in.
Jimmy and Sheen cut in.
I don't know how much more of this I can handle.
This is the last paragraph.
And take these 2 spare hammers. We already have our own. However, one of you will have to get a weapon yourself.
Of course, Jimmy made his own weapon already.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Jimmy Neutron. Boy, genius.
Sheen whispered to Carl. Mario said before he left the inn at precisely 10:13 p.m.
That's okay.
Toadsworth fainted, uncertain of the fate of the princess since Mario had other things on his hands.
Yeah, well, Grandpa Hammer.
The mushroom with a blue
The
cap told Mario
mushroom.
as they left.
One of these was his favorite.
I'm assuming that's Carl.
Yeah, I'm Jim. How are we going to survive this adventure without Mario?
We'll probably figure it out tomorrow.
Yawn, Jimmy.
But for now, it's time to go to bed. Night, guys.
Night,
Night.
Jimmy.
Night, Jimmy. Carl and Sheen replied. Author's
Oh,
note.
wait, this
Okay,
is
so
the
the
last
reason why I
paragraph.
wrote Mario out of the story was most of the Paper Mario crossovers featured him starring alongside the crossover characters, and so I can make the adventure harder. I also want to focus on Jimmy, Carl, and Sheen and their interaction with the partners in the game. I also wrote Goddard out for similar reasons. Trust me, the adventure would be too easy if I kept them both in. And don't worry about Goombella. She'll appear in the next chapter.
What do you guys think of that crossover? Because I didn't think it was bad.
It wasn't bad. It was just weird. It was very
Yeah.
like milk toast.
At least from what I'm getting, it's just Paper Mario, but it features the Jimmy Neutron cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was just like, I don't know, boring.
Yeah, there was like there wasn't like really. I guess it just kind of went on for a really long time. Like I felt like it could have went. It could have been a lot, quicker to the pace.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
not even like the beginning of the gameplay. And there was like no story variation. It was just like, this is what happens in Paper Mario, only Mario talks and Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius is here.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is here. This is him, Jimmy Neutron,
James Neuron
James
Boy
Nut,
Boy.
boy, Jimmy Newt, boy.
I think I give it a 6.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I
I'm gonna
wasn't very
say-
thrilled.
On the writing, like quality of writing level, I'd give it like a 9. But in the content of the writing, I'd give like a 5. Is that
fair.
fair?
It was writing wise, I give
Good
him the thumbs
grammar.
up.
Good grammar, good punctuation, good spelling. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
incredibly fucking boring.
I can see that, yeah.
If the guy who wrote this is listening, I'm sorry.
It's been 3 years since that was published, so I don't think
Um,
he's probably listening. But
Yeah, if you've written anything past that, I hope you've improved. I think you need to get into the swing of things a little faster.
He is still writing. He's got a fan fiction after this called Team Fortress of Sky that was last updated on August
Is it like
6th of this year.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon TF2 crossover?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, at least they're still writing. That's all that matters.
And
Yeah.
then he also has a Arthur and Paper Mario crossover, a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Big Lebowski crossover, and Star
the money,
Wars and
Lebowski?
Entity.
That was not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. The dude wakes up as a Pokemon, like in Mystery Dungeon, and his friends also woke up as Pokemon.
We should write a similar fan fiction where it's Seinfeld and Digimon.
Okay. What's the setup for it? You gotta have a long-winded first chapter
I
setup.
don't have a setup for it. That's just my idea. We can make it up.
What if it's the
Jerry
B movie?
accidentally got sucked into the internet with Kramer and the other one.
What's the deal with getting sucked in the internet?
Kramer, we're in the internet. Sergio, your mic is tasing me.
You're not allowed to be Seinfeld.
So I guess on the, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I guess that's we're on the topic of Mario. What is your guys' favorite Mario game?
Odyssey or
a tough
Galaxy
one.
2 question mark?
I've come to realize that Mario 64 isn't as hot as shit as I thought it would be. However, I think I'm split between Odyssey and Galaxy.
I'm split between Sunshine and Odyssey. Oh, and Superstar Saga.
Oh, okay. If we're counting if we're counting like non-mainline games, Paper Mario 64.
The only Paper Mario game I played was Super Paper Mario.
That one's good. That's the only one I've beaten.
I haven't beaten any of the Paper Marios, so I don't know. I've been meaning to play the Mario and Luigi saga, the series. I just haven't had the time to sit down and play it.
Emulate them on your DS.
I will.
I wanna get around to finishing the Superstar Saga remake because I had started it, and I haven't touched my 3DS since.
If we're counting the spin-off stuff, I'm gonna say that actually, genuinely my favorite Mario game, because I have so many fond memories of it, is Mario Kart DS.
That's fair.
There's nothing like pulling out the DS on a bus ride over to the school and playing some Mario Kart DS and being the shy guy.
I own Mario Kart DS, but I don't think I've ever opened it. I have played it through the download play or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I loved it for. It was the download play, because everyone got to play. It didn't matter.
They really should. It probably would have been harder to do, but they should have did download play for Smash.
I mean, I think it would have been. I think it would have been neat, because might not. I don't know if I would want it to be specific download play, but maybe just having the main Smash 64 roster would be really cool. Maybe some of the new characters too.
Well, just because sometimes someone doesn't own Smash and everyone else got Smash on their DSs and they want to join.
Yeah,
Sometimes that happens.
just how it be.
Speaking of things that are joining, 20 on the dice throw. Do we have a rough estimate release date where we can?
December,
December. Trademark.
because we're waiting for Kai to get out of school so he can
All right.
do stuff.
And also probably Matt.
Okay. Yeah. So, I guess quick update on the 20 on the dice throw. I'm no longer DMing it. Matt will be DMing it. I will be playing as a character.
Me too.
So, yeah.
But you knew that already.
Yeah, right, you did.
Left.
Haha. Haha. Yeah. So that's gonna be a thing. Also, we got a thing planned for December. I hope you guys are prepared for that as much as I am. The big thing.
the big thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
The big thing, I'm assuming, will be split into 3 parts.
Yeah. So each one can have a spotlight on its own. And we can have it be like a countdown to Christmas.
Are we telling the audience what we're doing so
No,
they don't
it's
just
the-
like
no,
what are
it's-
they
That's
talking
the
it's
about?
surprise. We're
big
being vague
thing.
about it.
All right.
Yeah. It's a surprise. It's a secret. A secret-y secret. That only we know about. But it'll be cool. It was sort of what I was planning to do at YumaCon before YumaCon just went digital with our panel.
And then didn't give us the panel
Yeah.
because they just did tabletop stuff.
Yeah, for the most part. They only had like 1 slot for panels in their schedule.
Oof.
Yeah, so instead of having like 8 different rooms for panels, it was really just 1 slot, and the rest was all tabletops through Zoom.
You know, I thought it was funny because while theoretically I should have saved money on YomaCon, the money that I usually spend on YomaCon just went to getting a new graphics card.
That's fair.
That's true.
The money I was going to probably be spending on YumaCon just ended up going to paying for it's a box. It's a nice small box. Here, I'll tap it with my fingers so you can hear it. Inside said box are enamel pins of the Sinnoh Gym League. They're all the gym badges from each of the gyms.
I spent it all on Warhammer.
Yeah, and then I also spent that money on backing Kickstarters and stuff, because I like that stuff now.
Speaking of backing things, I just wanna vent that I find it very annoying that because I just got as I mentioned before, I just got an RTX 3080 and it's got ray tracing. And, the other day I'm like, I need to validate my purchase by playing some games that actually use this thing instead of playing, like, 2D RPGs or whatever. And I was like, the boys play Minecraft a lot. I'll get the ray tracing shader. It's like, nope, you gotta pay $10 on the dude's Patreon to download it. And then it's like, oh, what if I want the super duper 4K graphics pack? And oh, that's behind yet another paywall, and it's just like I just wish this could be free. Like I get it, support the creators or whatever, but like,
Yeah.
it's Minecraft, it's a texture pack.
Yeah.
fair. There's only like a few people that I genuinely support through Patreon. Like I'm currently subscribed to, like, not through Patreon but through Twitch. I'm currently subscribed to Maximilian Dude because I really like his content.
That's fine.
And I'm also
Maximilian's good.
Yeah, I like Maximilian. He's cool.
He's
And I'm
also he became a dad. A few
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah, Dad
Maximilian
Million.
dad.
Why
Yeah,
isn't
he's,
why isn't he Maximilian Dad instead of
I don't
Dad
know.
Million?
But his baby is very healthy, very cute. Her name is Ripley.
Believe it or not. I'm sorry.
There was supposed to be an alien reference, but okay.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
figured.
It was cool though. I like fighting games because I just talked about Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is such a fucking good game. I love Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what's good for supporting developers? Buying Guilty Gear because it's like $3 on Steam. I still think, and it's got rollback. It's fucking Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R. And it's got fucking rollback netcode, which means you are gonna have a good ass time playing online.
You know what else is a good thing to support? The Yakuza franchise. Buy the Yakuza games on PC so they'll bring more of them to PC. Buy the Yakuza games on PS4 so we can get the fucking Samurai games to come to US. Oh,
Samurai games?
yeah, they never came to the US.
Like fucking Ghost of Tsushima ass Samurai, or like
Like Yakuza but with Samurai.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't even play Yakuza, but like that sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, they just never came to the US.
That's
Maybe
fair.
someday. Also buy Yakuza 7 now that it's coming out in like a week.
Yeah. Has there ever
I
been
still-
like a hobby that you guys really wanted to get into but just don't really have the time or money to get into?
Cosplay.
That's valid.
What sec on that? Because I was I was going to check, cause you brought up Kenzon. I was gonna see if they had it for import on Play Asia, and
They do.
Yeah. They've got Kenzon, but they don't have the other one. It doesn't look like.
Inshin.
You know
Oh
what's
wait,
a
I
good
didn't.
import?
I didn't look. At,
You know what's a good ass
Inshin.
import?
What?
I got it last year. They have in Japan, I think it's Coca-Cola Apple, and they have like an apple.
Oh yeah, I
flavor
remember when
to
you
it.
got that.
Yeah, it was so fucking
Sergio,
good.
you just imported something. Why don't you tell us about it?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about it because I got like coins on Play Asia to take something off. Yes, I just recently imported the latest Kamen Rider game, Kamen Rider Memory of Heroes. It does feature an English translation, so if you do import it, you get a what's it called? You do get an English translation. The translation's pretty good, but
cool.
if it's a crossover between Kamen Rider Double, who's a detective, and his shtick is that he's two dudes in one.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna ask how that works.
What basically his partner's mind goes into his body when he transforms, and his partner has the superpower of that he can access the Gaia library, which is basically like all of the Earth's knowledge in one library. The one stipulation being is that he has to search up by keywords, so he can't just like
Find
like,
it.
yeah. So it's like they're trying to track down a murderer, but they need the specific keywords to find out information on them.
No, that's cool.
And then the other writers are Kamen Rider O's, who uses metals to transform. Each metal is a different animal. So like his main combo is hawk, tiger, grasshopper, so he can jump. The tiger gives claws. And then he has various like metal combos, like he has like an aquatic combo or like a strength combo that's like rhino. It's rhino, gorilla, and something else. And then they have the not the latest Kamen Rider, the Kamen Rider before the most recent season, 01. And 01 is actually played by the original actor.
Nice.
But yeah, it's pretty faithful. You get access to all their forms, and you're encouraged to switch between the two and rack up combos. And it's pretty fun so far.
That's neat.
Ye-
Backing up to the topic that oh
Yeah. I was gonna give you my answer on that for the a hobby that you don't have enough money to get into. Do I have an answer to that question?
I was gonna say
Did
personally for me.
on everything ever.
Yeah, I was personally gonna say for me it's miniatures / Gundams. I
See,
feel
I
like
would
I'd be really into Gundams.
see. I would say that, but I own miniatures.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you could also say just Gundams.
that's true. But I'm not interested in getting into Gundams.
Yeah. I'm not really interested in. I think guns are cool, but it's not something I think I'd want to own.
I'd want like at least one Gundam. I don't care what, because I honestly don't watch the show or read the manga if there's one, because I don't know. I just think mechs are cool.
I guess I'd have to agree with Jake on cosplays because I lack the ability to create my own cosplay, so I have to commission stuff.
Or I could just
from people.
go through the site that I use, which is Easy Cosplay.
I mean, yeah, I did because that's where I got my Shinkenger cosplay from.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was
uh,
I think it was ACG cosplay, but it's the same
Sort of thing.
bootleg Chinese bot cosplay.
Yeah, I have a Venti cosplay coming. Venti from Genshin Impact. And I have a Flandre Scarlet cosplay, because that's what I do. I just like it.
I think to keep with my Toku theme, I want to commission because I know there's certain cosplay people who feature armor. I want to get a Kamen Rider cosplay, but I don't know. It'll cost me probably around 1,000, but it'll be really cool if I got one.
Yeah, Kamen Rider's kind of spicy, isn't it? It's got a lot of parts to it. Like with like Super Sentai is just kind of like a jumpsuit and like a helmet.
Yeah.
where like Kamen Rider is like you gotta get like a lot of shit together. It's like a
Yeah,
Monster
it's-
Hunter cosplay. You gotta have a lot of shit with it.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of Monster Hunter, I still want to get into that.
World?
By World.
I have World. I just haven't sat down and played it. I just
There's
don't
al-
think I forget what it was. I don't remember what weapon I wanted to use.
There's also a new one coming out for the Switch. I think it's called Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
all
looks real
Oriental
cool.
theme. It does look cool. You get a dog.
Oh, I will say, back a few seconds, not a few seconds, like 10 minutes ago, about the Yakuza video games that didn't make it through. There is a translation project for the PS3 version of Ishin, which is
neat.
one of the samurai games. And
Okay.
you bet your ass, as soon as it's done, I'm gonna
You're gonna
you
get
know,
it.
I'm gonna play the shit out of it with Sergio
That sounds cool.
to continue our playing every game together kind of thing.
All right.
Yeah, we've got Yakuza 7 coming out in 5 days.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of Yakuza.
Yeah.
I think that's about it, though. Do you guys have anything else that you want to say?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, in that
Do
case,
you have anything we want to show? Something that
I
we
think
haven't
we-
done in a while.
back Venom. It's not Venom. It's there's a Kickstarter for like a video game. I feel like it's nearly ending, but you should try and support it. And that is, it's like a racing game. I forget what it's called, but I backed it a long time ago. It was cool. I can't even shill it because I don't remember the name of it.
It's not your job.
Billy,
It's not your job to remember the name. You already backed it up.
Yeah. Also back Billy Bust Up. It's a 3D platformer that's going to support co-op and is entirely based on like Disney musical stuff.
Neat.
Like their boss battles are all like kind of to the rhythm of the song, and their songs are like really good too.
Uh-huh.
So please back it. It looks really cute. It's got a very Hat in Time-esque aesthetic to it. The character designs are super simple and super neat, and I'm really excited for it. Please back it like fucking hell, because it's gonna be definitely probably one of the hidden gems, or at least one of like the best games to come out in like this decade, or at least what it looks like. I like 3D platformers, so support them.
Yeah. I also like 3D platformers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show my since school is starting to, everyone's going to be finishing
All
the
digital.
semester soon-ish. I do want to get back into streaming, so whenever that happens, I will tweet about it on my Twitter, which is at Greg Chudley LLC. So follow, if you don't follow me on Twitter and you want to watch me stream, follow my Twitter. If you don't want to follow my Twitter but you want to follow my stream, let me check my Twitch because I just changed the name to Greg.
Also,
Chudley.
slightly unrelated, but if you guys check in general, I'm posting a picture of the Shadow the Hedgehog controller for the PS2, and it's unironically really cool.
I think I just saw it.
Why is it in a bowling ball?
It's like the stand. If you click through the pictures, it's a stand.
Oh yeah, I see
like
that.
I guess it's neat. I don't like the controllers.
I like
look
the
to
buttons.
it.
The buttons are funny.
Yeah. That's neat, though.
My Twitch is Greg Chudley Live. So if you want to
Alright.
follow me, go ahead.
Okay. With
That's
that,
all I got.
And
With
I will shill. Don't
oh,
go-
chill. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So I guess because I just talked about it, I will shill KR Memory of Heroes. Pick it up if you like. I've heard people compare it to Dusk Divers. It's a pretty good brawler game. It does have spoilers for Double and O's if you're to Kamen Rider and you want to watch those. Watch those shows first. They're really good. Get the game. Maybe when they make a sequel, it'll come out in America so we don't have to go through the process of trying to import it.
Valid. Alright, with that, we'll see you next week with something, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.